Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another video. Starting the day out by hitting a Goodwill. It's my local Goodwill. It's like 5 minutes away from me, so I probably come to this one, I don't know, 2-3 times a week just for 20 minutes to see if they have anything new. So anyway, I'm gonna run in there and see if I can find anything cool. But in today's video, I want to share an experience that I'm currently going through with a seller on eBay, and hopefully this experience kind of like helps some of you guys out to know what to look out for and how to deal with certain things. I don't want to get too much into it now, but I think that it's a good thing to talk about. So anyway, let's go thrift for a little bit, and then I'll head up to the warehouse, and yeah, we can talk about this issue. Oh, also before I go, I just wanted to show you this sale because this one just sold. Pretty cool M&M show. This one's a long sleeve with the cool black and white reverse back hits, but this one's cool. It's 2000s, but it's sold on Instagram. I put it on Instagram and it's sold for $140. So we'll ship this out later today as well. The Goodwills by us only open at 10 a.m., which can be a good thing or a bad thing. In this area, most people are at work by 10. So most of the time, if we come here early, it's just other resellers. So like I said, it can be a good thing or a bad thing, but usually if I come early in the day, right when they open, there's at least one or two things that I can find to flip. That's a vintage starter patch on the sleeve, right on the first rack as I'm walking in. Sweet. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really remember this band, SR71, but this is a 2001 tour t-shirt, and it's got a really nice fade to it, good size extra large, so I'm gonna pick it up. I'm sure that I can look up the band and listen to some of the music, and I'm sure somebody wants this shirt. And then even though it's not the holiday season yet, I have to pick up this pullover. It's on an old vintage Ultra Sweats tag, and it says, "To hell with Donner, let's get blitzing." I love it. It's awesome. I'm definitely gonna get it. You guys see that jacket? NFL Pro Line, definitely a vintage starter jacket, and it's the Cleveland Browns. Dang, this thing looks like it's in amazing condition. I'm gonna check it over to see if there's any flaws on it, but wow, this is a great find. Starter Pro Line tag. This thing's perfect. What a find. I don't usually pick up denim, but for $7, I'm gonna buy these True Religion jeans. They're a men's size 36, so a really good size. They're in good condition. They have a nice wash to them, like a nice lighter wash, and everything's here. One thing that I want to show you really quick is if you want an easy way to like kind of authenticate, or one way to authenticate True Religion, if you look on the inside at the rivets, there should be the horseshoe mark on the actual rivets. Yeah, so these should be good. Honestly, for a quick stop into the Goodwill, it's really hard to complain about that. Found some great stuff. Only spent $22, and there's some really good profit in some of that stuff. That Browns jacket was awesome. A couple cool t-shirts, so yeah, can't complain. Happy. All right, off to the warehouse. So just a quick recap of the thrift store finds today. $7 on the True Religion jeans, men's size 36, $6.98. I mean, I feel like they're in really good condition. I feel like we should be able to get 45 bucks for these. The vintage sweatshirt I just thought was hilarious. $5, size extra large. It's not worth a ton of money, probably like 25 bucks, but I think it's pretty cool. For $3, the SR71 shirt, I honestly have no idea on this thing. It could be worth a lot of money, it could be worth not a lot of money. It's from the tour. Now you see me inside. Yeah, I don't know on this thing. If I was to guess, I would say 40 to 50 bucks. The Boston Celtics shirt, $3, has no tag, but I would say probably a size large. It has the starter patch on the sleeve, single stitch sleeves, double stitched hem. It's a cool shirt, nothing crazy, probably 30 bucks on this. This is definitely the find of the day. The NFL Pro Line starter jacket in literally perfect condition. It's a size large, but everything on this is just perfect. That's all embroidered. Look at that starter zipper pull. Shiny. It's just a great jacket. That's the front, and then the back has the Browns all embroidered on it as well. I think minimum we can get for it is probably like 80 bucks. I'm gonna put it on our Instagram and ask for 100. But yeah, it's a great find, great jacket. All right, so let's talk about this eBay issue that I had. Here's what happened. I bought this t-shirt on eBay. This is it. OJ Simpson t-shirt. I think I paid $242 for it. And this is something that I do often. I'll buy higher end t-shirts to either sell for more money later on, like I'll hold on to them and try to sell them for more money later on, or I'll buy them to use as trades. So like I'll have this shirt and I'll, give me those 5 t-shirts and I'll give you this 1 t-shirt. So either way, I'm making a little bit of money. But here's the issue. So I get the t-shirt. In the listing, the guy says, he actually has it included in the description. It says tested, has no dry rot. This shirt has dry rot, right? Yeah, and I wanted to show you guys what dry rot is, so you kind of get an idea of how to check it, because there's varying stages of dry rot as well. And what I will say is this shirt doesn't have like extreme dry rot. I'll show you an example of that as well. But it definitely does have dry rot. And the easiest way to check on t-shirts, it's typically gonna be on black t-shirts. Actually, I think it's always on black t-shirts, but a few people have said they found it on white t-shirts as well, but I've never seen a white one dry rot. But the easiest way to check is to go underneath the bottom hem and then also on the sleeve. So what you do is you just go underneath the bottom hem and you just pinch the fabric at the bottom here. Pinch it and then pull at it. And if it rips, like that, you can see that. I don't want to rip it too much because I'm returning this thing. But if it rips, it has some stage of dry rot. So you can check it under the hem at the bottom, or on the sleeve is a good place to check as well. Again, this one doesn't have extreme dry rot. It's probably like a 2 out of 10, basically. Let me show you an example of one that does have really bad dry rot. Go into my sad dry rot bin over here. Let's see. Another couple ways you can tell if a shirt has dry rot. Sometimes just by the feeling of it, if it feels like a piece of paper, kind of feels like
tacky,
dry. It just feels like kind of, I don't know how to describe it. Weak. Yeah. Sometimes the dye will even rub off on your fingers if it's a really, really bad dry rot. Let's see how bad this one is. Oh, and then the other way is the smell. Certain really bad dry rot smells like
delicious syrup.
Yeah, like maple syrup. It smells delicious.
It does smell good for being something so gross.
So yeah, and again, sometimes you'll be able to like pull at the shirt and it seems fine, but if you actually take it and do that with it, it rips to shreds.
Like tissue paper.
Like tissue paper. So let's see, here's another one. I think this one's pretty bad. You can actually see how thin it is there. Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't even have to touch this one too much for it to just, it's like, you can hear that. Literally tissue paper. So yeah, that's what dry rot is. Oh look, funny, another O.J. Simpson t-shirt that's dry rot. Let's see. See what I mean?
Yeah,
like normal t-shirts just shouldn't do that.
So would this one then get worse after it's been washed a couple times?
If you continue to wash it, it'll probably stay at this stage. So the shirt is wearable. It's definitely like, it's a shirt that if I had this shirt, it was my personal shirt, I wouldn't mind if it was in this condition because it's totally wearable. You could wash it, it's still strong enough that it's not gonna rip or tear on you. But for a collector, for someone who's paying a lot of money for this shirt, and even for me, paying $247 for this shirt, and in the listing it says no dry rot, I expect it to be in perfect condition because I'm going to be reselling this shirt or giving it as a trade, and I don't want the person who gets it to say, this is dry rot. And here's the other thing on eBay. If you sell something on eBay and you have no returns, because this seller has no returns on his listing, even if you have no returns on your listing, a buyer can still open a return. So that's what I did. I opened a return. Unfortunately, the seller basically argued with me in the messages on eBay. They said that they checked it. They said that it's not dry rot. They said that they've been in the business for 10 years and their family owned a store, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, dude, here's a picture. I showed a picture, showed where the dry rot, how you check for dry rot. I was like, at this point, we know what we're doing as well. So just take the t-shirt back, no big deal. I don't want to have to escalate it to eBay and get eBay involved. And he said, we'll talk about it with eBay. So yesterday it got escalated to eBay and eBay immediately said, return the shirt and get a refund. So thank goodness there's some sort of buyer protection. I know it can go both ways. Like the seller can get screwed in a case like that. The buyer can get screwed in certain cases, but at least eBay, sided with the right person in this case. So I'm gonna return it back to the seller. Hopefully I get a refund, and you know, it is what it is. But there's an example of how to check for a dry rot t-shirt. Yeah. Hopefully that kind of helps some of you guys out. Yeah. See ya, OJ. Back to the original seller.
Bad juice.
So I wanted to end today's video talking more about some other things to consider if you want to be the best kind of eBay seller. If you want to be a good eBay seller, here's some other things to consider. I think you should offer some sort of a return policy. You don't have to offer free returns, but I think offering some sort of a return policy on eBay is a good idea. As you saw in this video, even if you offer no returns at all, if the item is not as described, a buyer can still open up a return case against you. So in my opinion, it's better to offer some sort of a return policy, even if it's the lowest one where you offer, 14 days for the buyer to return the item at their cost. That's okay. But to have no returns on at all kind of takes away your competitive edge on eBay. If I'm a seller and I have a return policy and you're a seller and you have no returns on, and if we're selling the exact same item for the same price, in most cases, an eBay buyer is more likely to go with the seller who has some sort of a return policy just because it's more of a safety net. People like to know that they're working with a trustworthy eBay seller, and having a return policy just adds an extra level of trust to the purchase. Another thing that makes a good eBay seller is packaging and shipping your items well. So an example would be like a snapback hat. You don't want to just wrap that up and shove it in a poly bag and ship it off because the item is going to get damaged. Same thing with fragile items. You don't want to package it poorly so that it gets broken during transport and then you have to file a claim with the post office. You have a buyer who's unhappy. You want to package items securely so you know that when it gets to the buyer, they're going to be fully satisfied. Another thing is don't sweat the small stuff. Sometimes it's better just to refund the buyer and move on. If it's not a super expensive item, sometimes it's better just to, not take the time, because time is very valuable. Don't take the time that, the headache that it takes to pay for the return shipping, deal with the customer. Sometimes it's better just to refund, take it as a cost of doing business and move on to the next sale. I'm not saying that's always the case. Sometimes it is better to, to fight the return, but in a lot of cases, it's better just to refund and move on. It's less weight off your shoulders and you can move on and deal with something else that's better in your business. Always be professional with your customers. Be the bigger person. Don't argue back. Just be super professional. Sometimes customers are just looking for a reaction and they want to fight. And in most cases, it's just better to send a super professional message, handle the issue in a professional manner, and again, move on, because sweating the small stuff can really weigh you down, and it's better just to continue on. Don't be greedy. If you have best offers on your item and someone offers you a fair price, don't counter back with like $1 or $2 more just to be greedy to make a little bit more money. Take the offer, take your profits, and again, list more stuff and sell more stuff. And then the biggest thing is roll with the punches and be willing to adapt to changes. Keep in mind, platforms like eBay change things on their platforms all the time. A really good example of that is eBay's managed payments. Some of us like the new managed payment system, some of us hate the new managed payment system, but at the end of the day, it's here to stay and we have to adapt our business to the change. We don't control eBay, neither do you. At the end of the day, we have to be able to roll with the punches and adapt to what they want us to do. It's either that or leave the platform and don't sell on eBay. And if you choose to not sell on eBay and sell on a different platform, that's totally fine too, but don't let something as small as managed payments stop you from selling on a platform like eBay, because eBay is still a really good platform to sell on. eBay and Amazon are still the biggest platforms to sell on. And for us, we want our items to be on the platforms that get the most views, get the most eyes on them. And eBay is still up there at the top. So we're definitely willing to roll with the punches and make the changes necessary to keep our business successful. So all I'm saying is learn to adapt with the changes, because it's not the first time eBay's made a big change, and it's most certainly is not going to be the last time. So you have to get it through your head to be ready for those changes and be willing to adapt and pivot your business and move on in a good direction. But I think that this is where I'm gonna end the video today, guys and girls. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully you learned something from this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button on the video. And if you hated it, hit the thumbs down. Let me know. Leave a comment and tell me if you liked the video or not. And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ralli Roots. Later, guys.